好了，来看一下我们现在玩到哪里呢？这个可以学大爆爆。我们先去万应室找迪克交谈。
Spare a moment. Deke has an idea to share with you.
哦，好像拿到一个蛮漂亮的衣服哦。80欸，有点强。62，什么帽子？以前好像没有这种帽子过。哦，哦，不能，这个装不上去，这个就可以了。基本上金色的应该可以吧？他在哪？找我吗？
Hello, Deke. You wanted to talk to me?
Indeed. Deke thought you might want to learn how to build a breeding pen so that you can breed beasts. And breeding beasts go hand in hand. Young beasts are particularly vulnerable to poachers. Breeding beasts here in the room will allow...
I see. What do I need to do?
First, bring a pair of beasts to the room. One male, one female. Deke suggests rescuing thestrals, as they're at great risk from poachers. Noble creatures, but their relationship with death gives them a bad reputation.
I've seen thestrals before, but where would I...
我已经找到
Deke has seen
啦。
some wild thestrals. Then you'll need to purchase a spellcraft for the pen from Tomes and Scrolls and Gap. Once you've rescued the thestrals, and you have...
拯救雄性骑士醉鬼马，购买繁殖圈的幻术配方。 哦，我有雌性，但是还没有找到雄性。
That curiosity young people tend to nurture. One in them. How unfortunate for you.
Coward!
I've been studying Salazar Slytherin's spellbook. Meet me in the Undercroft. I found something.
这里怎么都亮亮的？哎，好多哦！我要找一只雄性的。可恶，跑掉了。回来。
Everything's all right now.
好，然后下一个地点要去很远的地方。不过这附近还有一个地标可以传送。
Revelio. Are you in some sort of trouble?
Nearly attacked by wolves, I was. Only just escaped with my life. I need to be better prepared next time. Could use some thunder brew. I don't suppose a student.
我刚好有。
Yes, I have some right here. Please take it and be careful.
Oh, thank you, thank you. I knew you had a good heart. I feel better already just knowing I have some thunder brew on hand. Please take this as thanks for your generosity.
Is the new reversal hex really? Just let me know if there's something in particular you're looking for.
这个是吗？
Now we can conjure a breeding pen in the room. Best get back to Deke with the Thestrals.
Nothing like finding just the right thing, is there?
Nothing like finding just the right thing.
花光钱。
I've rescued the Thestrals and...
Excellent. Now, to breed your... then use the pen to start the process.
I shall.
又要开新的地方哦。
Deke never grows tired of the room's surprises. We now have the perfect place for those Thestrals. Please let Deke know once you've bred them.
哦，还有母的，是在另一个地方吗？我可以把它收回来吗？不行欸，我只能再去抓一只新的哦。
Revelio. Professor Howell will never believe this.
.好了，抓完了。 我们来这里好好的养奇兽吧。来喂他们，喂。好吧，还要半个小时才会生出小骑士醉鬼马。我们这里的生物嘞，独角兽你好，拜月兽你好。吃饱了。它一只就可以生蛋哦。好吧，那这个我们就是30分钟后再回来看他们有没有生小宝宝。就像我们去找一下塞巴斯丁，看看他要教我们什么黑魔法。在地穴。
You'll never believe what I...
What did you discover in the spellbook we found in the scriptorium?
Salazar Slytherin's spellbook was a little difficult to interpret, but fascinating. Evidently, he encouraged teaching dark magic at Hogwarts. Neither the Imperious Curse nor the Killing Curse was unforgivable during his time. He believed students should be prepared to use dark magic when necessary, not to fear it. That's why we had to use Crucio to gain access to the scriptorium. He didn't want his knowledge shared with anyone who was afraid of the power of dark magic.
我
It was
同
hard
意
to。do, but casting Crucio was our only option.
And I'm glad we did it, because in the spellbook I also found something else. References to a lost relic, which, from what I can tell, grants the holder the power to reverse dark magic curses.
And you think this relic might be able to save Anne?
Precisely. I plan to search for this relic, but I don't think we should tell anyone. Especially Ominous. He wouldn't understand.
I
好
see
吧
no reason to involve
你
Ominous.
既然不想讲，我们
Glad
就
you
不要
agree.
讲。
When I know more, I shall send an owl. And don't feel sorry for Ominous. Keeping this to ourselves for now is for his own good.
哎，他怎么在那
I'll
里？
decide what's for my own good.
Ominous, we were just about to get some air. Care to join?
You're a liar, Sebastian. I heard everything. You swore you'd never engage in anything to do with dark magic again.
No, I didn't. I said I understood you wanting that. I'd never swear to give up on finding a cure for Anne.
You don't know when to stop, do you?
I know when not to stop. Leave this alone, Ominous. I'll be on my way.
I am not letting this go.
Ominous, Sebastian meant well.
I know what I heard. You knew I wouldn't agree with this. Going after that relic is not a good idea. Sebastian doesn't even realize it, but he's as irresponsible and reckless now as his parents were years ago. It's why they died.
I
发
knew
生什
his
么
parents
事？
died, but I never heard what happened.
Mr. and Mrs. Sallow were professors. Spent nearly every waking moment in the cellar library. Noses buried in books. Anne and Sebastian were upstairs when it happened. They heard a sudden crash and ran downstairs, but it was too late. Their parents had crumpled to the floor. A defect with the lamp in the cellar caused the room to fill with an undetectable toxin. Sebastian and Anne were helpless. They had no magic yet.
What a horrible story.
It is. That's why I can't understand Sebastian's recklessness. I've practically lost Anne. I cannot lose Sebastian too. Please avoid anything to do with that spellbook.
Those references in the book seem promising.
Everything to do with Salazar Slytherin seems promising until it's too late. I hope Sebastian pursues this no further. But if you think he might, please let me know. It would mean a lot.
再来呢？哎，我要怎么离开这里？
Revelio.
哦，这里又可以打一只蚊子。 在那个地方吗？
Revelio.
这个吗？
Revelio. Lumos.
是一个独角兽的画。
Revelio.
The headmaster shows no compassion. I deserve a location that warrants pride.
怎么好像以前没有来过这里？西塔，有个独角兽的画。
Lumos.
My older brothers were all sorted into Ravenclaw. They're terribly accomplished now.
Revelio.
Frankly, I'd rather limit my
Lumos.
responsibility these days. Too much distraction.
Anyone fancy going to do detective mode?
If you could just tread carefully, that's all I ask. Do you mind where you're stepping?
Revelio.
I met some of my best friends.
什么地方？海格小屋是不是？打不开，那我们先去解下一个任务吧。去抓鸣钟鸟。好，先去这个厕所。
What are you up to now?
Revelio.
就是那个鸟吧？
I should investigate. Experio. Confringo.
为什么会有这个？
Revelio.
鸟都被他吓光了。这里好像蛮多东西的哦。
I've robbed every traveling vendor that's passed through here. They never see it coming.
The witch in Fellcroft. I was surprised. Who could wait the grapple?
And be sure to stoke the flames with an easy hand. I seem to recall last time you put the thing out. Likely we'll need more wood.
Assignment's all finished. There. I'm not going to hurt you.
Revelio. Levioso. Revelio. Levioso.
Settle yourself.
好了，再来，我要去上骑兽课。南瓜欸。
There's so much we don't know about beasts. So much to learn.
Excellent work today. Class dismissed. I take it you're ready to learn your new spell.
I completed your assignment, Professor. I'm ready to learn Bombarda now.
Good. Now, this spell comes with a caveat. It should only be used when necessary. The exploding charm, as you might suspect, can hurt people. Use caution when casting it.
I will, Professor.
I will hold you to that promise. Now, you must be precise in your wand movements. We don't want you blowing your hand off. Go ahead. Nice and steady wand movements. Remember, the exploding charm is highly volatile. Well done. Now, let us put it into practice, shall we? Go ahead and try it on the pumpkins.
Bombarda.
Excellent wand work.
Wow.
Cast the spell just like that every time.
真棒。
Assured and in control.
Professor?
Yes. What is it?
I was wondering what inspired your interest in magical beasts.
Are you considering some sort of profession in the field?
I haven't decided quite yet, but I do find magical beasts fascinating.
You do seem to engage well with the beasts in class. I believe that when choosing a path, particularly of a scholarly nature, one must take into account both one's enthusiasm for a particular subject, as well as how one may best serve the students to whom one is obligated to both inspire and teach.
Of course, Professor. When did your path become clear?
I recall it quite. I read in the Prophet about a wizard who'd been selling alchemy eggs and disappeared in the mountains near my home. I knew of the alchemy. I wondered if it was possible that an
鸟蛇
Seems quite a challenge.
It was. After a few days, during which my parents grew increasingly annoyed at my absence, I found what little remained of the wizard egg trader. He was near a tree hollow. And there, inside, was a nest with 7 silver alchemy eggs.
What did you do with them?
Nothing. Beasts are to be valued for what they can provide for wizard kind. Protective clothing, potion ingredients, even wand cores. Only poachers see the value in ending a beast's life for galleons. I left the eggs alone. I hid. And moments later, the beast flew right over my head. Breathtaking. She then seemed to all but disappear as she shrunk to fit into the hollow.
That sounds incredible.
Indeed. I knew in that moment that I needed to understand all that I could about beasts and ensure that wizard kind learned to benefit properly from them. Now, I trust that I have answered your question. You would do well to continue your study of beasts, regardless of your chosen path. Beasts and all that they provide will vastly improve your life, and perhaps one day even save it.
I shall remember that, Professor. Thank you.
又学会了新的魔法，大爆爆。哦，这个真的是不知道找多久。我们直接去新的主线好了。霍格华兹最北边的地区。 我是不是可以骑这个试试看？好久没有骑它了。
This place has seen better days. No need to race now, my friend.
这里有古代魔法是不是？
Bombarder! Defender!
错了。左边是，新的地方。
Confringo!
第三只。
That solves that.
Levioso!
Everything's ready. Professor Howard will never believe this.
“西侧禁忌森林”。
I've heard centaurs quieter than you. Levioso. Levioso. Levioso.
For central
Levioso. I won't!
What have you done?
Levioso! Levioso!
As we spear yours!
Bombarda! Revelio.
I don't want to work with goblins. Not now, not ever.
Well, if you weren't so forgetful, we'd probably have more, wouldn't we? Can never have too. And be sure to stoke the flames with an easy hand. I seem to recall last time you put the thing out. Likely we'll need wood if we're to not freeze. Seems harshness has her mind set to follow.
I hear you! Whoever you are! Potato! Thought you had Bombarda! Expelliarmus! So Incendio! That's the best you can do, is it?
I'm just...
Expelliarmus!
Good job, then, aren't you? Had enough? You're no match for me. Duel me yourself. No,
Bombarda!
哼，太简单了吧！我靠我的中国咬人甘蓝就可以咬爆他们。到了。
Is Highwing all right? Natty told me what the two of you did.
Highwing's fine. I'm keeping an eye on her. She's safe, Poppy, I promise.
Good. Whatever the poachers are up to, I want Highwing far from it.
You said you had news about the poachers, and that some of it had to do with me.
It did. I overheard them talking in the Hogshead, and did you know that they have orders from Victor Rookwood to capture you on sight? Does this have anything to do with Rookwood and Harlow coming for you in the Three Broomsticks after the troll attack?
It does, somewhat. But at the moment, I'm more concerned about what else you heard the poachers are up to.
Fair enough. But I hope you'll let me know if I can be of help, especially after what you did for Highwing. Does the name Horntail Hall mean anything to you?
I'm afraid not. Why? What is it?
The poacher's best kept secret, apparently. The name came up twice, but they never went into detail. I also overheard one of them bragging about all the gold they're making, at the expense of innocent creatures, undoubtedly. The poachers spoke of this area, and I thought if we searched around a bit, it might give us clues as to what they're doing. If you ever meet my gran, this trip never happened.
Not to worry, Poppy. If I ever meet your gran, I shall not speak a word of this.
I normally tell her everything. She might be my best friend after Highwing, but she knows how I feel about the poachers. I think she worries I'll do something ill-advised.
Whatever gave her that idea?
This way.
火与恶。 这么猛哦！
A centaur. Tread carefully.
人马不是不会打我吗？
An entire castle to roam, yet you choose to wander here.
Please, we don't want any trouble. We're simply passing through.
Do you take us for fools? That we do not notice more and more of your kind around here, in league with the poachers?
We aren't involved with them. If anything, we want to see them stopped.
I hope for your sake that is true. Our kind is swiftly losing patience with the poachers and those they work with.
我还帮他做了一个漂亮的构图跟转场。
He was certainly a charmer.
That could have gone worse. Centaurs aren't exactly fans of wizard kind, and the poachers aren't helping matters.
But why would he think that we had anything to do with poachers?
I did notice the poachers talking with a few villagers in Hogsmeade. I'm not sure why. Perhaps that's why the centaurs are suspicious.
怎么了？
That's the third time I've seen a duck
你怪。
behave that violently.
It seems that a lot of beasts have been more aggressive than usual lately.
I've noticed that too. It's almost like there's something in the water.
这里有个小青蛙。
This is odd.
What is it?
Not entirely sure, but look around. If the poachers were here, perhaps we can find out why.
Why wouldn't they take their cages with them when they left? Pelts. Poor beasts. Still smoking. They can't have been gone long. This is goblin metal. Seems out of place in a poacher camp. I should tell Poppy about it.
Anything interesting?
Poachers were here. All sorts of evidence. But I found something else. It's goblin made.
I found goblin armor. Let's keep searching, but carefully. Merlin only knows what's going on here. I don't have a good feeling about this. How do goblin and poacher interests align?
Look, down there.
Definitely poachers. No creatures though. So what are they doing out here?
好多人。
They won't be happy to see us. Should we use disillusionment? Or perhaps a less discreet approach?
Hard to say from up here. Let's get a better lay of the land. Revelio.
可以哦，我们就一个一个整整实话暗杀过去就好了。
Better not be a trick.
哼，我果然是刺客之王啊！
My mother used to always say, a clear head makes way for a clear path.
哦，差点被发现。
Since your head's never seen a clear day.
Merlin, you'd think they were guarding the Minister for Magic himself. What is going
哼
on here?
我连攻击都没有攻击。
Revelio.
？What in Merlin's name?
Are those dragons?
那个该不会是匈牙利角尾龙？
It's a dragon fighting ring. This is Hauntel Hall.
The name makes sense now, and secrecy.
No wonder the poachers were in Hogsmeade so much. Likely taking bets and spreading the word. Given how crowded it is here, how could they possibly enjoy this? The centaurs have every right to be disgusted with wizard kind. There must be more dragons here. The poachers are far too greedy to run a fighting ring with only 2 dragons. We should take advantage of most eyes being in the fight and look around. But be discreet. You especially can't afford to be spotted. That's it. I bet it's the word.
Sense it. Don't know what Victor was thinking, striking a bargain. There's no doubt. Revelio.
我来看一下恐龙打架。感觉绿色的很强哦。
Revelio of your family. Has either of your brothers come round to our way of thinking? Will they join us?
Nah, they say we go too far. The violence isn't going to get us what we want. I say, if every last wizard is run through with a blade, then violence is going to...
Hello? Someone's here. Expelliarmus.
Right. Nothing more than luck.
谁？ 可恶！我被打了一下，有点痛。
Revelio.
Did you hear those goblins? Ramrock and the poachers must be working together.
Poppy, something's going on behind you.
怎么了？帕比怎么了？
What's going on down there? They must have only just captured her. She's putting up quite the fight.
Not a fair one, though. Not with her chained up like that.
Let's even her up, shall we?
我们要去救那只龙，找到被俘虏的龙。
Look, they've got a dragon egg. Hebridean from the looks
龙蛋。
Can't leave it here, not with the plans they likely have for it.
Revelio.
这根本就是《冰与火之歌》才会出现的东西。
All right, I have the egg.
Ready. The elements of surprise will only buy us a few seconds.
Let's make them count.
Careful! That rope will want his dragon intact.
The trigger is too tight.
Don't think you'll get it out of here.
Bombarder. Stupid one.
先弄掉上面那个。在那边 Leviosa。
You're the one we're looking for, and you brought a friend. You're not actually. Come back here.
The lab returns to the Superman underestimated. Back for more. What have you done? Vegetable. Back in the ground with you. Get away with that.
在跑，在跑。
We don't have time. We need to free her now before more show up.
释放龙。
This may have been a bad idea.
I suppose we'll find out.
Oh.
现在是侏罗纪世界吗？ 赶快喂它吃饲料。
Incendio! This way.
哇，这段剧情真是蛮精彩的。
That was a Hebridean black.
I'm guessing the egg we have belongs to that dragon.
I don't think she knew they had her egg. She wouldn't have left without it.
What now? She didn't exactly leave us a calling card.
I don't know. Nothing about this day was expected. Not the goblins, and definitely not the fighting ring. The last thing I planned on was a dragon egg. And the poachers saw us, which cannot be good.
Since the dragon we freed flew off,
我要来
does that
孵
mean
蛋
we
了
get to。keep the egg?
I'd much rather we have it than the poachers, at least for now. But I don't think we should keep it indefinitely. It'll be hard hiding something like this from Professor Weasley for long.
Should we expect trouble from the poachers, given the trouble we just caused?
It'd be foolish not to expect it. They're not a forgiving lot. I'm sorry to say that you likely have a larger target on your back now because of what we just did.
We aren't helping ourselves standing here. Let's get to safety. We can sort this out later.
You're right. If there's anything the poachers are good at, it's tracking their prey. And right now, we're it. Be careful, won't you? I shall
获
see
得
you back
奖
at the
杯，
castle.
龙之守护者。哦，主线任务现在还不到一半呢。
Revelio.
那个红红的地板是什么？
It's time you learned the transformation spell. After you've completed the required tasks, which I'm certain will prove useful in finishing your field guide, attend my class to learn the new spell. Afterwards...
Confringo! Bombarda! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Bombarda! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Protego!
"差点被泥怪打死。 好，我要去喂幼小的骑士醉鬼马哦，它应该生出来了。啊，是在楼上吧？这里吗？有欸。
I should let Deke know about the newborn Thestral. Hello, Deke. You'll be pleased to know that a little Thestral was...
How wonderful to have more...
I'm sorry that we can both see Thestral.
Deke is privileged to see such majestic beasts.
What do you mean, to blame?
Years ago, Deke's master ordered Deke to help him capture a phoenix, the rarest of all beasts, that master had spotted high on a cliff. The phoenix was the most beautiful beast Deke had ever seen. Deke begged master to leave her be. When Deke hesitated to climb up the cliff as ordered, Deke had to punish himself. As Deke punished himself, master grew angrier and angrier, and in his frustration cast at the regal bird. Deke suspects the phoenix was protecting eggs when it swooped down in fear and fury. Before Deke could reach him, master fell from the cliff. Deke stayed on that cliffside for days, punishing himself, before Tobbs found him.
What a horrible tale, Deke. I'm so sorry.
Deke has only told Professor Weasley that story, and now yourself. Deke often wonders what became of that phoenix. Deke feels fortunate to be at Hogwarts now, helping you rescue beasts. Perhaps Deke can make amends for what came before.
科学材料。好了，接下来下一个任务，卫斯理教授的作业，在图书馆收集终极变形书之书的实战指南页面。 图书馆是吗？
My mother would like to speak with me. I believe she has learned about some of what we've been up to. I'm hoping she may be easier on me if you are there.
Can we meet at the Three Broomsticks? It may finally be safe since we rescued the dragon from Horntail Hall.
奇怪，为什么要走这里？ 地下港。
So this is the underground harbor.
Revelio.
The Grey Lady. I'd say hello, but she doesn't seem particularly social.
哦，这个就是那个啊，第一集哈利波特他们搭小船进来霍格华兹的地方。
Revelio.
接下来要去图书馆。
Revelio. Revelio.
Looking for the book Intermediate Transfiguration?
没错。
Professor Weasley asked me to, get something from that book. May I have it?
Did she now? I'll give you this book if you humour me by answering a few questions from my quiz.
Quiz?
Some people call bits of knowledge trivia. I would argue that no knowledge is trivial. Hence, I have created a small quiz, just for fun, focusing mainly on the lore of the wizarding world. None of the other students will try it, no matter how many times I ask. They all say they have enough with schoolwork. Ugh, they don't value knowledge the way I do. Surely you're interested. I'll even start you off with a few of my easiest questions.
A quiz sounds like fun.
Splendid! Just a few questions and then I'll hand over this book. Let us begin. Before the invention of the golden snitch, which magical creature was used in a game of Quidditch?
那应该就是蛇鸟。
The snake bird.
No. Incorrect. The answer was the golden snidget. The snidget was first introduced to Quidditch in 1260. Which potion is commonly referred to as liquid luck?
茯苓药那就是福来福喜。
Felix Felicis.
Well done. Since it makes the drinker temporarily lucky, Felix Felicis is a banned substance in all organized competitions. The tale of the three brothers involves which magical artifacts?
三兄弟就是什么死神的圣物
The Deathly Hallows.
Correct. According to Beadle the Bard, the Deathly Hallows consists of the Elder Wand, the Resurrection Stone, and the Cloak of Invisibility. Which ball in Quidditch is the largest?
那个伯格
The Bludger.
I'm sorry, but the correct answer was the quaffle. When a chaser throws the quaffle through one of 3 hoops in a Quidditch match, their team is awarded 10 points. True or false? Polyjuice potion allows the drinker to change species.
不是
False.
Correct. While Polyjuice potion can be used to change things such as age or race, it cannot be used to change species. Well, I suppose this has gone on long enough. I'll put the book back on the pedestal now. If you're inclined to test your knowledge again, I have plenty more questions I could ask you. And I won't be giving you any more easy questions either. The next ones will be more difficult.
来啊
I'd like to answer more questions.
What governmental body directly preceded the Ministry of Magic?
巫师
The
议会
Wizards Council.
That's correct. The Wizards' Council disbanded in 1707 after the creation of the International Statute of Wizarding Secrecy, which required a more structured government to support its enforcement. Which dragon breed is the smallest?
最小的龙应该是这个吧，澳洲蛋白
The
眼。
Antipodean Opali.
No, I'm
哇
sorry.
秘
But
鲁
the
毒鸦
answer
龙
was the Peruvian Vipertooth. Though the Vipertooth is the smallest breed, averaging at around 15 feet in length, it is also the fastest breed and feared for its venomous fangs. Who founded the village of Hogsmeade?
Quincy Hogg.
No, the answer was Hengist of Woodcroft.
可恶，
It is
根本猜不
believed
到。
that Hengist used the 3 broomsticks inn as his home. The hide behind was accidentally created by crossbreeding a ghoul with what other magical creature?
A Letherfold.
That's incorrect. The answer was a demiguise. While the hide behind has the power of invisibility, those who have seen it have described it as a tall, thin monkey with silver hair. What is the only spell known to repel a Letherfold?
这个我知道，护法咒。
The Patronus Charm.
Well done. The only known survivor of a Letherfold attack was a wizard named Flavius Belby, who was on holiday in Papua New Guinea at the time. Who published the law of elemental transfiguration?
Evangeline Orpington.
That's incorrect. The answer I was looking for was Gamp. One of the principal exceptions to Gamp's law is that food cannot be conjured, though it can be summoned. What does the Hogwarts motto translate to?
霍格华兹的教训：千万别去骚扰睡觉的
Never
巨龙。
tickle a sleeping dragon.
Correct.
我可是霍格华兹
The
的学
Hogwarts
生。
motto is Draco Dormiens Numquam Titilandus. Which magical creature is the only one known to produce eggs through its mouth?
嘴巴生蛋，火灰蛇吧？
The Ashwinder.
That's incorrect.
哎，
The
三
correct
头
answer
蛇。
was the rune's paw. According to parcel mouths, each of the rune's paw's 3 heads serves a different function. The left head is the planner, the middle is the dreamer, and the right is the critic. Where is Ilvermorny School of Witchcraft and Wizardry located?
The Amazon rainforest.
No, Ilvermorny Morley is actually located
哦
on Mount
太
Greylock.
难了。
The American school was founded in the 17th century by Isolde Sayre and James Stewart. What is the most powerful love potion known to wizard kind?
吃薪水。
Amatentia.
That's the answer. Amatentia smells differently to every person, according to what they find attractive, such as dusty book covers or... Are you interested in continuing on to the next round? They're my most difficult questions.
啊，好了好了，我不行了，
I
我
don't
累
have
了
time。for another quiz at the moment.
That's fine. Come and find me if you'd like to try later. I put the book back on the pedestal for you.
Revelio ought to make us work at this. Professor Weasley's tasks are complete. I should attend Transfiguration.
终于要来上卫斯理教授的课。
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
上课喽！
Who would have thought someone as young as me could save my uncle's life? I do hope you're doing well.
教授来了。哎，不是。
Goodness. Settle down. Settle down. Transfiguration, as you may be weary of hearing me say, is an exact science that can take a lifetime to master. But we needn't be daunted. Almost anything can be transformed if you can just perceive the potential within it. As I see in all of you, tremendous witches and wizards, every one of you. Or it could just be my eyesight. Now, you all know what to do.
变形咒语。
It won't. Beautifully done. Class is dismissed. And remember,
咒语大
now
师
is not time to ease off your studying. OWLs will be here before you know it.
You wanted to discuss my progress so far this term, Professor.
I did. You seem to have had no trouble in getting up to speed. And frankly, excelling in your schoolwork this year.
哦，我可是花时间在做很多
I'm glad
作
to hear
业。
it. I'm not certain I needed all the extra assignments.
And I'm certain you would not have been as successful without them. Now, it seems you've been making excellent use of the opportunities presented by your field guide. Of course, the guide isn't the only measure of success. Deke tells me you captured a unicorn and brought it back to the Room of Requirement. Protecting so rare a beast is an accomplishment of which you can be quite proud.
Thank you, Professor.
I will say I'm especially impressed with all you've accomplished in light of the rumors of your extracurricular activities. Were your meetings with Professor Black's house elf and exploration of various caves down by the lake connected in any way to Professor Fig?
有吗？
Not at all. I was, intrigued by stories of a giant squid and wanted to learn more. I encountered Scrope, who seemed delighted to share what he knew.
I see. I admire your penchant for learning, but do remember that your classwork and field guide are designed to educate you thoroughly. It'll be the end of the year in no time, and you'll want to be well prepared for your OWLs. I'll provide a final assessment
我要
at that
考
time
试
to ensure
了。
that you're ready for your exams. Until then, well done. You are dismissed. If you wish to practice the spell you just learned, the training dummy is available. Glad to see you were paying close attention to my demonstration.
Something dawned on me about the triptych. Leave it at the Overlook, just north of the Forbidden Forest, and I'll explain.
My plan with the helmet failed, but I have another idea. I think we may be able to find what we need at a goblin mine south of Hogwarts. Meet me there, and bring someone who speaks gobbledygook.
I remember our meet mentioning something about gobbledygook. Revelio. Aloha Mora. Revelio.
Going to harvest some
into an owl to stop students.
Aloha Mora. Revelio. Bombarda. Confringo. Levioso. Revelio.
OK， 我看我开太多久了，觉得差不多可以休息了，1个半小时。那点一下天赋好了，现在有1点的天赋，可以先不用。学霸斗篷，好了，那我今天先玩到这里，来休息一下。